I'm back. I'm Keith Weber. I had a high tibial osteotomy a little over 2 years ago, and I'm here to share an update of my experiences and to give you some advice and to highly recommend a product that I recently came across that's made my recovery, it's accelerated my recovery immensely. So let's get to it. Can you see which leg I had the high tibial osteotomy on? This one, of course, is crooked. Now, the other difference is that I've built up my quads pretty good. Okay, do a lot of kettlebells, a lot of cycling, a lot of weightlifting. But you can see this calf. Okay, this calf, it's been doing a lot of the work over the last couple of years. This calf is still lagging behind. It's getting there. Let's just take a little measurement here. Now, let's see. Let's do it in inches, because I always think in inches when it comes to bodily measurements. So let's see. That one there, that's 17.5 inches. That's okay. Good work, Keith. 17.5 inches each. Now let's go here. I do this for a living, so it's not an exact science, but it's pretty exact. That's 14.25. Let's do this one here. You can just see that's got a better. Okay, that's 14.75. Okay, that's a big difference when it comes to the calf. Where's the difference coming from? The biggest part of the difference is coming from not so much the calf muscles. I've really worked hard to build those up, but this one here, the tibialis anterior muscle here, is lagging behind. Okay, the gym guys, the home gym guys, tibialis anterior raise. So what I like to do is sit on my box so that it forces me to tense up my quads, tense up my hip flexors, and then I'm getting a better neural drive to these tibialis anterior muscles. And that's, I don't know, that's pretty good. But I'm not getting, it's almost like when you do a preacher curl at the gym and you get to this point here and gravity suddenly takes over and you're not really getting a full contraction through that last part of the movement. I feel like the same here. I'm not getting a lot of a real good peak at the top of my contraction there, just by virtue of the way this thing is designed. It gets the job done. It's pretty good. Not too long ago, some people approached me that invented their own tibialis anterior machine and wanted me to try it. Now, same thing, 10-pound plate. When I do this here, just because it's the design, I feel really full stretch on my tibialis anterior there, and then when I bring this back, same weight, but I'm full contraction at the top and then full stretch at the bottom. Already with just doing 2 of them, I can feel like I'm working really hard through that full range of motion with the muscle, and I can already feel I might have 3 more, and I'm getting a lot of work done there in this muscle here that plays a huge role in decelerating the foot when we're walking or running. So in the long term, very good for knee health. So I've got the links in the show notes, but I'm very impressed with this design. Obviously the longer lever arm helps, but I think more than that is the way that they've set up the relationship between the top bar that goes on the top of your foot and the bottom one that goes on the bottom, because they've figured out a way to create full vector force through the whole range of motion. Whereas this one here, it's okay. It doesn't do nearly the same. Not to say anything bad about them, it's just that this is a superior design, and I'm very happy with it. And in fact, I take it with me wherever I go. I pack it in my suitcase, because the thing to remember after a high tibial osteotomy is life will never be the same again. Now, in my case, and probably in your case, you'll find that life will be much better. I could barely walk a block before I had severe shooting knee pain on the inside of my knee. Now I can walk as far as I want. A lot of people ask me, can I run again? Will I be able to run? How much do you run? I have acknowledged the fact that I will probably never run a marathon again. And it hurts, right? It bothers me. But at the same time, I don't have a lot of cartilage left in this knee, which is why I had this high tibial osteotomy. My best advice would be don't get your cartilage taken out in the first place, right? I mean, find a doctor that's a little bit less invasive, and this whole cleaning up your knee, avoid that if you can, okay? The other thing I'd like to say is if you've had the surgery and you're wondering, oh, should I have done that? I'm 2 years post. I'm so thankful I had it done. There were some trials and tribulations, and there were some ups and downs. But at the end of the day, I am far better off than I was before the surgery. And I do not want a knee replacement at this point in my life. So I feel like my function is back, plus, I mean, I can do this. You know, like that's wonderful. I want to be able to play with my grandkids someday. I want to be able to do kettlebells. I want to be able to do squats. I want to be able to hike up mountains. Running, I will do 5Ks when called on. When I need to do a sprint triathlon or something, I will do a 5K, but I won't do running as a regular part of my life. So I would highly recommend this because that is the limiting factor. I know my knee doesn't feel 100%, but it will. Once I build up this tibialis anterior, and that's where that 1/2 inch of muscle is. It's missing from there. So I'm going to get that back, and that is going to help me a great deal. And believe me, for months I used that one, and I went up against the wall, and I did the tibial. I'm a pretty conscientious person. It wasn't until I came across this that I actually felt like I was doing something worthwhile. And I have to remind you, if you do find that your knee is cranky, even after you get the surgery, the voodoo floss, absolutely a lifesaver for me. I've got videos on how to apply it correctly, but a quick recap is make sure you get it real tight, and whatever you do, don't go over the kneecap. Avoid the kneecap, get around the top here, get real tight on top here, go back underneath the kneecap. Do not wrap it sequentially around the kneecap like I see people do. That does not work very well at all, okay? And then do a few squats. It's amazing. It's like it's literally like flossing your knee. Anyway, if you have any questions that I haven't answered, or you just have any question about my experience or what you can expect, please leave it in the comments. A lot of people have made comments, and very positive comments, and I thank you so much. And I'm about to embark on a cross-continental cycling trip, and I have nothing but confidence that my knee will do well for me. So wish me luck, and stay tuned for more advice from a physical therapist and a fellow athlete like you. So have a great day, and thanks for tuning in.